Blarla. Hello peeps and welcome back to Project Hospital. Welcome back to Infectious Diseases. We are working through the recent insurance DLC that came out from Project Hospital. We are currently working through the Infectious Diseases insurance policy, and we have got to we've been doing quite well, I feel. Look, we've completed 6 out of the 10 for Happy Life. I think it's Happy Life, isn't it? It's the new one here. So we're actually doing really quite well. Really quite pleased about this. Look, we're up to 15 walk-ins now, and increased ambulance patients per day to 5. You know, so things and stuff are happening. Let's pause this a moment, because with this one, we are now in a situation where we need to have no patients walk out or die or anything like that. So we need to be making sure that we treat successfully every patient that walks in to the hospital for 5 days, I believe, in a row. So that's quite a tall order, but we've done it for much longer than that before. But of course we do have traumatology now in the hospital, which I have not yet paid much attention to, and it does have a tendency to kill the odd patient, so we've got to be very careful. And I haven't really paid much attention to all the other patients coming into the hospital over the last few days. So we've got a process to go through. The first thing we're going to be doing is checking patients coming in with crossed arms. Can we see as well? Look, chemical burns and stuff. We're going to put them all on blue alert. They all must go on blue alert. Any patients walking in with crossed arms, because we are in specialist mode, so we can't see pulsating symptoms, but the telltale sign visually is that they have crossed arms. So that's what we do. We are looking for the morning walk-ins, and anybody with crossed arms we're putting onto a code blue, so that they're all at the top of the queue, so they're getting seen to first. So that's the first thing that I'm going to work through. Wait for this room to fill up, because this usually does get filled up. So that's the first thing we're going to do. After that, we're going to have a look at the patients that are currently hospitalized, because I normally do that when I'm just running my hospital as I like. That is something that I usually do. I usually like to do sort of my rounds at night time, which I haven't done for a few days. So that is problematic, and we've just had somebody rushed in over here. Looks like they should be able to take care of that absolutely fine. How are you? Yeah, okay. We can see she's just waiting. Can't believe she's actually waiting for a receptionist right now. But that is absolutely what is occurring. But yeah, you can see anybody coming in, look, she's self-soothing, her arms are crossed. That's an instant code blue. I'm just going to be doing this for a little while. We have had our first collapse. They are pouring in at the moment. It's that morning rush, you know. So we've just had a collapse. I can see he is self-soothing. He's spawned. He's coming into the hospital. He's coming in, so we're going to do that. I think he's leaving. Yeah, okay. You're coming in. We're going to put you on a code blue. Just try and get ahead of the curve a little bit here, as they're leaving. Yeah, just as I'm going to be taking my eye off the ball just for a moment. So here he is. Georgian has collapsed. He is already somebody we put onto code blue because we knew that this was going to happen. So hydration. It's a dehydration issue, nothing too critical. We definitely need to get him onto some antibiotics as well. And because he's collapsed, I'm just going to take over. We'll also arrange physical. Oh look, Blarla Pepper has actually turned up. My doctor. Me! I did actually turn up for this one, so that's good. And we'll get him. He's going straight to the ICU because he has a final diagnosis. So he is going to go straight to the ICU, which is probably a little overkill. But it's fine. It's absolutely fine. Right, let's get back. See, look, he's already on code blue. We dealt with him. She's not. Let's get her on a code blue and just carry on this process to make sure that anybody coming in that's looking ropey is being prioritized. Sometimes another thing worth doing is that like what we could be doing for the traumatology patients that's coming in is I could send them straight to trauma, knowing that my department struggles with them a little bit at the moment, you know. I do sometimes do that. Anybody I'm making code blue, I sometimes send straight to trauma so I can deal with them. But I'm not doing that right now. But we have had a complicated diagnosis from my Roman here. So let's have a look what we have. So she's an emergency, so this is either a neurology issue or a traumatology issue. He's done some tests, which is nice. Now a migraine we might need to do an MRI for. The rattlesnake bite, I mean, one would assume that you'd be able to get in an interview if she had been near any rattlesnakes recently, but we can see it's something simple. We can do an evaluation, so let's do that evaluation and see if this helps unstick him. It should do. Also, I'd like to give her something to stop the vomiting. I don't think that's nice. We're also going to tell her to get some rest because whatever is going on, whichever one of these it is, I think having a lie down for a bit would be a good idea. Right, so he's doing his evaluation. What do we get out of this? It is a rattlesnake bite. Blimey O'Reilly. So she needs an anti-venom, and for that she is actually going to have to go to the traumatology department. That's the only place they can make this anti-venom. So we're going to do that. She's just got pain, it says here, for her discomfort. So we're going to give her some pain meds for that. But otherwise, I think Linda is now going to be absolutely fine. We don't need to worry about her. Actually, yeah, and I've relinquished control. That's lovely. Frank has now collapsed from dehydration. So he's now going to go to the trauma department. So there we go. So we'll sort how we'll get him rehydrated. And we can see we've got an interview and a physical here to go. Just to try and work out what is going on. So now look. Yeah, we've managed to get them on a code blue already. We're starting to take our eye off the front door now. So just sort of trying to check those that have spawned and are walking in a bit further away from the door might be nice, because less of them are coming now. We can see that, I mean, it is 10:30. I think those that are by and large coming are now mostly here. I cannot seem to select him. I want to select him, please. He is on a code blue. Excellent. Good. So with things sort of fairly steady, I would like to have a look at some of these departments. Let's pause it a second. We are going to open up the patient list, and I want to see everybody who's hospitalised in general surgery, and here they are. And we can see there's a bunch here that are not treated. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is the max that we can have on this little sheet over here. So let's have a look. Who have we got? Richard King. We're going to do the rounds here. Richard King needs dialysis, which he has had. Okay. I thought it said that he wasn't treated. He has got his arms crossed. So there's something possibly here that's going to make him crash that they've not yet discovered. Although dialysis might have been it. Have we? We've checked his blood pressure. He doesn't have hypertension, so we know it's not that. So no, he should be okay. He should be okay. So let's just have another look at this. a minute. What am I missing? Richard King doesn't say that he's... Do you know what I mean? It doesn't say that he's okay. If I... Yeah, no, that's not helping either. How do we feel about this? Looks to me like pretty much everything is done, but I am going to do a blood draw and some speech listening, but otherwise I think he's probably fine. I do. Okay, Karen. Yeah, it's weird because it's another one she's done. I'm not going to worry about the ticks then. So let's see here. Maybe it's ticked when they're actually being kicked out. Where's Jordan, for example? Oh no, Jordan's hospitalised. Oh my god, there's an inconsistency. I don't like it when there's inconsistencies. Right, anyway. So what have we got going on here? So she's had the proton pump. She has had the proton pump. And she seems to be fine. She seems to be pretty fine. She's comfortable as well. We're not going to worry about her. Patricia Brown here. Right, all sorts going on here. Look at all these tests that are yet to be done. Yet she has been diagnosed and she's having her dialysis right now, it seems. It seems like they're going to do the CT just to confirm it, which is fine. That should be fine. And for the discomfort, I'm going to give her lots of drugs. Who's next? Rachel Cole. Looks to be all right. Yep, she's fine. Nothing to concern me there. Same over here with Jordan Scott. Of course we know him. And Frank White, we know. We know he's good. And then we've got a liver laceration over here. It looks like she's going to be fine. The nurses have left. We're not seeing any symptoms that haven't been diagnosed yet, so I don't think she's got any complications from surgery. So I think general surgery gets the all clear. Jordan Green has arrived at the ICU and had his physical. He's had his antibiotics. I think he's going to be fine. I don't think we really need to worry about him anymore. And they'll probably run those microbial cultivations automatically. So what's next? I would like to look at internal medicine, hospitalized internal medicine. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Anybody crazy over here? Sarah, let's have a look. She did have an irregular heartbeat, which they've dealt with. She's had her blood transfusion. We are going to tell her to get rest, but I don't think there's anything else up here to worry about. So we're going to give her the all clear. Brooke. Okay, so Brooke is being wheeled in now. Has she had thoracentesis? She hasn't. She has had her IV antibiotics for this. Has she had an MRI? She has. Okay, she's fine. She's absolutely fine, or she will be. Susan. We have a Susan here. She's had a microbial cultivation, so we know that we don't need to worry about this. She's had her IV antibiotics. Her discomfort is all good. She's absolutely fine. I still might give her something for the breathing, but she's fine. Richard. We know Richard, of course. He seems to be absolutely fine. Nothing to worry about here. Jane. How's it going, Jane? She's had her antibiotics and there's nothing else to worry about up here. Her comfort is good. And then Barbara. Barbara's got quite a lot of discomfort going on. She hasn't had her meds yet. Right. The CT is going to be... Oh, she's having a chest x-ray. And then a CT, I guess, to confirm. She's having a chest x-ray to see if we've got anything going on with the lungs here. Does she have an effusion? I guess we'll find out. I don't think we'll worry about the CT for the moment, as I'd really quite like to get her on this. But this is a great test that we're having done here, because if she's got anything like this going on, we need to know about it. Well, this is the MRI, isn't it? She hasn't had the chest x-ray yet. MRI's come back negative. This was negative, so she's waiting to go. She's waiting to go to... Right, okay, we're waiting for her to be transferred. Okay, I really... Oh, she's not had a physical. It's alarming, isn't it? Come on then, Barbara. Let's go to X-ray. I'd like to know if this is a thing. Because she's not walking around, of course. And when they're not walking around, you don't get that visual cue. And being in specialist mode. Oh, look, only next door. Fantastic. I love it. Love it. Who have we got here? Dana Barkley. Coming to do her X-ray. Okay. Don't move. Don't move, Barbara. Thanks. All's good. X-ray done. We're gonna have a look on the old monitor. Oh. Okay. And what do we find? Anything? Put your shirt back on. Thanks, Barbara. Good. And results? I can hear an MRI going. So she has abnormal lung findings. But she doesn't have the effusion or anything like that. So I don't think we need to worry too much. So yeah, we'll get the treatment for this. Now we've got quite a lot of discomfort, which I'd like to deal with. She does have a fever, so let's deal with that. We are going to tell her to get some rest. I think we should do a physical, frankly. I do think we should do a physical, and I also think we should check for breathing problems. I don't think she has them. Oh no, I was about to say, I don't think she has them because we've discovered all of her discomforts. But actually we did do the test for it, so that's absolutely fine. Good. Good. I mean, doing a CT would be a sensible move. She's got chest pain. And they wanted to do a CT, and we are going to do a CT. It just 100% confirms the final diagnosis that they are suspecting. But yeah, I think she's largely okay. Not worried about Barbara. So what have we got going on here? Patient wrongly diagnosed. Uh-ohs. This is no good. Daniel, ankle fracture. He needs a leg cast. They want to x-ray his lower limb. That's fine. You could totally do that. I think before you x-ray him, should we do a physical? That might be nice. Let's do a physical at first. So they're doing an interview. Interview going through. Employee leveled up. Nice. She's decided to go for surgery, but all she does is transfer patients. Oops. All she does is transfer patients. I think we might go for this. Yeah. There we go. Change her up. Don't put her on patient care. We've got another patient wrongly diagnosed. My goodness. Wow, that's quite the wrong diagnosis. So, asthma. Okay. We put her on a code blue. Look at that. We did put her on a code blue. We'll come back to her. Right, so he's now having his physical. So, we can then do a leg cast, which we should be able to do here. We're going to give him some painkillers. He's in quite a bit of pain. And then we will do the lower limb x-ray, just so that we can get confirmation on this. Yes. Back over to Margaret for a moment then. She's got all sorts of tests going on, although her discomfort is fairly okay. Let's give her some painkillers for the chest pain, see if we can increase her discomforts a bit. Also, where are we taking her? She's being transported. Oh, what? We have to do all this stuff? Really, she could do with going to internal medicine. I think I'm going to take over on Margaret. Good. Although I think Daniel here is going to be fine. Now, let's do another patient, hospitalised patients. These guys are probably going to be absolutely fine. It's only orthopaedia, right? So what have we got here? You sir are absolutely fine. Are you absolutely fine? Because you could have had, but the physical would have found it. No, we're absolutely happy with you lot. Next, cardiology. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, let's go check out these patients. What have we got here? Blimey. Now, did we check for this? We did do an angio, so he should be fine. Tell him to get some rest though. His discomfort, he's got a bit of discomfort, so we are going to give him these painkillers just to pop that up. Get some rest. But otherwise, look, we can't do any more examinations, so he must be fine. No more examinations on here, but we can increase the discomfort, so we're going to do that. So probably don't need them or them. That might do it. That should do it. This lady's absolutely fine. Fantastic. This lady, her discomfort is good. We did do an ECG, so all this is okay. She's fine. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to give her that. And can we tell her to get rest? No. That's fine. We'll just help her breathing a little bit. But otherwise, she's fine. Margaret's back in. She's... we've managed to increase her discomfort. Fantastic. And also given her what she needs for her asthma. So I think Margaret's going to be fine. We can not worry about her anymore. And they're sending her to the right department as well, which is nice. So let's now check out the patients in neurology. I'm having trouble doing it. Right, here we go. So now we've got a high here. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to go straight to William Garcia. We're going to just stop this. So we haven't even had the CT yet. Now the problem, this is a penetrating head trauma. This can kill quick if you don't get it right. So we are instantly going to take over with this because we haven't actually had a CT, and I want a CT badly. So I'm going to take over on that one. Now, Jessica here. Jessica. Looks like Jessica's going to be fine. She's got some vomiting, so we're going to take that away. We've got some discomfort, so calming her stomach would help. What other discomforts has she got? Just sort of discomforts we've caused, really. Maybe we'll give her some... Maybe we'll trank her. There we go. Casey had eye surgery, but he looks like he's going to be fine, and he's comfortable, so that's good. We've got contusion. She's comfortable though. She looks fine. Excellent. And then Lisa here. Again, it's looking good. We did a CT. It came back negative. So that's good. William Garcia is now collapsing. I'm not surprised. I'm a bit worried about how much time we've lost. We've lost on him. So what is Claire doing? Claire's very busy. Let's have a look at the doctors available in this department. So, right, Nancy doesn't have that many people. Nancy doesn't have that many people. And yet, look how many people Claire has. I think actually these are in the process have been sent home. Yeah, left. Okay, so she's got 3, she's got 2. That's not too bad, actually. It looked worse than it actually is. William Garcia's at the bottom. Lisa... well, he's collapsing now, so... he'll probably go to ICU. He will go to ICU. Which is where I want him, to be honest. It's absolutely where I want him. So if we could do that, please. Yeah, straight to ICU. We'll have a proper anaesthetist there as well to stabilize him. which is going to be very important. And we really need to get him in for a CT, because for all I know, he could have a skull basis fracture. And if he does, then he can die very, very quickly. And it seems to me there's been quite a lot of faffing about. So I am very, very keen. We're going to stop, though, this CT for the moment so we can deal with these palpitations and this tachycardia. We're going to get that done. Okay. He's being stabilised. What's your skip 45? Okay, should be alright. Yeah. Good. Okay. Now we must order the CT. This is vital. Let's get that ordered right now. I want him to go straight to CT. Yeah, I've set up my CTs in such a way that there should be always one instantly available, purely for this, for the potential of the skull basis fracture. Yeah, we've got 3 CTs, and they're all very close to this lift. So the idea is that from here into the lift, down here, straight into a CT room. That's, you know, it's important to make this as quick as a transfer as humanly possible. And look how far she's moving as well. She's got rocket. Mary Tornado, her name is. It's very fitting. No, I'm very much hoping that this is a negative. I do not want this to be an issue that we need to worry about. Come on, William. Please be okay. Chances are, if he did have this, he probably would have collapsed a lot more by now. But I need to make sure, I must make sure, as soon as humanly possible. It's positive for skull basis fracture. No! Right, okay. So, straight into surgery then, please. My goodness. This is really bad. I'm really pleased we found him when we did. Anyway, he is desperately in the woods. But what we're going to do is move on to these guys. We've got 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6. Let's look at these guys. So you look fine, quite honestly. I mean, I'd like you to get some rest. He does have some discomfort, but there's not much I can do about it. It's come from a lot of these tests that we've done. Doctors that don't cause discomfort during examinations are the best. This guy also is absolutely fine. Well done. Kate. Wow, that doesn't look good. There's a skull on here. She's had her treatment. Let's not do that. She's got so many tests going, but she's going to be fine. There's nothing here that's going to cause her to crash. Right. What's going on here? He's had the treatment for this. He's not had a physical. He's going for an ECG. See if he's got any problems with his heart. That's a good move. There is a bit of discomfort. He's got vomiting. Let's get rid of that. And a headache. I'm going to keep an eye on him. Okay, then we have this guy who hasn't yet been diagnosed. And could have something pretty bad. So we're going to keep an eye on him too. Now, next we have this traumatology department, which we don't look at too much. And look at what's going on here. Look at what's going on here. So she has now been hospitalised, look, and look at all this stuff they're going to do. I'm actually going to calm this down a second because I want to focus this. We want to deal with these flashing symptoms first, I think, is what we're going to do. She had a physical. Excellent. Yeah. So I think we're going to do that. Get this done first. And she's already in the process of being hospitalised. Blimey. What have we got going on here with Jane? Jane has really been through the mill, but I actually think is stable now by the looks of it. We can't do any more examinations, so I'm just going to have to assume that all this has been taken care of. She has had urgent echoes, look, which is great. Did she have an ECG or anything? She had heart monitoring, so she must have come in through trauma or something like that. And then we have Elisa Cole, leg ballistic wound, who's in a really bad way. So she's being hospitalised. She's being transported to her ECG examination. Her discomfort is through the roof. Blimey. So, yeah, we're definitely going to be taking over this, sticking her on a code blue. I'd like to try and focus these exams a little bit. Is there anything here that can make her crash? Well, she's going for the ECG now. She's not had. She had a physical, so if she had severe hemorrhaging, we would have known about it. And she did actually have, look, blood loss and that. So again, she might have come in through trauma, and they've dealt with a lot of these problems. So a USG is really high on the list of things to do, isn't it? Yeah, so I agree with, I think they had a USG there. I agree with that being a really big, important test to do. Wow. And also the CT is high up as well. So we're also going to stick the CT. Blimey. Right. And then that's all the patients I'm concerned with just at the moment. It's like he's reading to him. It's really nice. Yeah, so I think the patients we've got in the hospital at the moment are fairly okay. We'll be checking any of those that have been rushed in through an emergency situation, through ambulance or chopper. We will be checking them out. But yeah, I think the hospital's fairly stable at the moment. I think all the patients are pretty okay. I see you walking around, but look, he's leaving. He was on a code blue. Do you see what I mean? Like, I think we're largely okay, but we need to keep an eye on these guys. So William Garcia made it for his surgery. So we'll keep an eye. We'll keep an eye on him. He's got no outstanding hidden symptoms. And the surgery's come to an end, so I don't think there's any surgery complications to worry about there, which is nice. We've dealt with his vomiting. I think this guy's pretty much okay. He had the ECG, which was negative. We've not confirmed this diagnosis, have we? We've not confirmed it. But you know what? He seems absolutely fine now. Don't need to worry about this guy anymore. Lisa is currently in for her USG. Don't know. Or was that the ECG? She's had her ECG, which was negative. Now she's waiting to go to the USG. Right, which will be just across the way, I believe. They just need a nurse to come and transport her. Jessica Jones, we've stabilised her, which is great. She's had her burn management and everything else as well. So what's left to do here is try and deal with this discomfort. I can't remember the last time I saw discomfort this bad. This one was like screaming in agony, severe arm pain. She's got tremor, breathing problems. Of course, the burn management and the emergency care we've done has created quite a lot of discomfort. So this will help with the breathing problems, which is important. Severe arm pain, we can give her painkillers for. she has a tremor, which the beta blockers will help for, and we'll note as well that these have positive effects on the discomfort. So this will slowly help. Well, the beta blockers don't, but the beta blockers will get rid of the tremor, so that will help with increasing the comfort. Whereas these painkillers are great because not only will they remove severe arm pain, which is a -2 in discomfort, but they also have a positive boost as well. So it's going to be, just giving her those painkillers alone is going to have a huge impact on her comfort. So really, really pleased about that. And I guess then we'll see how that goes. We can see we're instantly seeing this go up, which is great. I'd like to try and get some more out of it if I can. I'm not sure there's much else I can do to increase her comfort. No, there's nothing else I can do. That's it. Wait, that's 3 stars is the most I'm getting out of Jessica for comfort. Wow. Okay, fine. But she's out of the woods. We don't need to do those. Okay, it's determined to do them. You don't need to do them. It's not going to help with this. That much is for sure. Anyway, back to Lisa, who's also in a rough way. Oh, look at this. So large arteries have been damaged. So this is a pretty urgent thing. So we're going to stick her on to surgery. We've also got a CT to go through because she might need some lower limb trauma surgery as well. My goodness. Looking at it though, she did have lower limb trauma surgery for the leg ballistic wound that she has. Oh right, so the CT is just to confirm a diagnosis. Oh, we don't need to worry about that then. Forget that. Let's just get her in for the vascular surgery. I completely misread that situation. That'll be absolutely fine. We had the USG. Foreign object removal. Blimey, did we do that? Was this negative? We had a positive result out of USG. But we don't see that on the list. This must have been for something else. This was for this, wasn't it? The large arteries damage. Right, so she's not got any foreign objects. So that's something. That is something. We're still waiting for this guy. It's the PCR testing will tell us which one of these it is, and then he'll be absolutely fine. And his comfort's all right, so I'm not worried. It's been confirmed for William Garcia. The nurse has just turned up. No new hidden symptoms, so there's been no complication from this surgery, which is fantastic. We just need to get him back to the ICU. We're going to put a bandage around his head for this head injury, and we're going to give him some diet modification information for this hypertension, which I don't think is, well, the head injury, so we'll gain a little bit of comfort from the head injury, but otherwise I don't think we're going to make it to 5 stars for William's comfort either. But at least he's alive, and it looks like he's going to stay alive as well, which is just fantastic given the mission that we are currently working on. I need to close down this trauma room again. I definitely need to be doing that. Lisa just crossed in the corridor with William. William's gone out. Lisa has come in to the surgical room opposite. Here she is, ready for her vascular surgery. We've got you, Lisa. Do you know what? That's not too bad for William. We got to 4 stars. I'll take that. And he is happy and stable. Joseph's still waiting on his test. Lisa is about to have surgery. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you to all my Patreons for their continued support.